SA200 Restoration Part 1 Diagnosis and Planning. On my way to a barbecue, I stopped at an estate sale of an old Alberta welder and picked this thing up for $200 Canadian. After getting it home and realizing that it was an SA200 Lincoln, I decided I wanted to restore this thing and build a proper welding trailer out of it. The first thing I did once I got this thing back to the shop was to remove the cover and the side panels and clean all the debris off of the engine. I was told that it was running not that long ago, but after putting fresh gas in it and giving it a jump start, I wasn't able to get it running. So I removed and cleaned each spark plug, testing for spark as I went. Once I determined that I had spark for each cylinder and that there was adequate compression, I went to the next culprit. Like the rest of the machine, the carburetor was probably pretty dirty, but because the owner said it was running, I thought I would try an old trick that I've used over the years. Remove the air filter and put a small amount of gas into the carburetor while leaving the choke on. Turning it over a few times, she fired right up and stayed running after my second attempt. I just want to throw a side note out there. Before trying to start her, I topped the engine oil and the coolant. I pulled the exciter coil cover off and cleaned the armature and fired her back up to see if I had grinder power. Once I figured out that I had grinder power, I moved on to the next question. Will she weld? And the welder didn't work. So as of right now, she runs, grinds, but won't weld. I followed the instructions of a fellow YouTuber by the name of Kevin and was able to test the shunt coils and determine that they were good. Next is to go over all the wiring, cleaning all the connections, and look for damaged wires. I'll post a link to Kevin's YouTube channel below if you're interested in learning how to diagnose these welding units. One of the problems I found was the alternator wasn't working, so I removed it and ordered a new one. Feeling pretty confident that this thing is a good fit for a restoration, I removed the bolts holding it onto the welding trailer and placed it onto a pallet. This will give me lots to do while I wait for parts. Have you restored one of these gems? I would love to see people's ideas to make this thing a piece of art. Also, besides updating this axle to a 10,000-pound Dexter, what are some of the upgrades you would add to make a killer welding trailer? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2. Hit me up in the comments and hit that subscribe and like button.